Ed Kraus, the Director of Regional Collaboration for our Commission's Office, because it's important for them to not only know the positive things that are going on in Brooklyn, but also some of the challenges that we're going to be facing in the near future. Our city, like the rest of the communities in the surrounding area, are hit hard by the state of Ohio's funding cuts. This included the local government fund, the cat tax elimination, the tangible personal property elimination, and the estate tax. This amounted to $1 billion per year for the city of Brooklyn. Also, like every other community, the city of Brooklyn was hit hard by the 2008 housing recession. Specifically, Brooklyn homeowners took a 41% decline in property values from 2006 to 2018. There's positive news though. The majority of Brooklyn homeowners in the city have seen a rise in home values over the last 2 years. And as we move forward facing some of these major challenges, I have no doubt in my mind that my administration will keep working hard to create efficiencies and move our long-term plans like City Center forward so we can bounce back and reinvent how people look at our community. Next, I'd like to recognize and thank my administrative team. These are the people that really have worked hard over the last year to move Brooklyn in a positive direction. I want to recognize and thank them and move into the room to introduce everyone. I think the only person that has to introduce is my law director, Kevin Butler, speaking back, and the most important person, my executive secretary, Jill Little. I'd also like to thank city council members who helped Brooklyn forward this year by supporting different concepts like looking at a multi-use downtown city center in our city. I'd like to recognize Mark Linsky, who's here today at City Council. I've outlined some of the general goals for this year. These goals represent themes you will see throughout my presentation. Things like improving technology, efficiency, communication, creating and implementing an economic development plan, begin addressing some of our major capital investments and promoting fiscal responsibility, and continue to offer our residents a better quality of life, first-class services, and safe neighborhoods. Before I get into some of the bigger subjects like financial outlooks and economic development, I want to run through some of our departments and some of our achievements for this year. We still offer in this city an ISO rating of 2. We're one of 6% of departments nationally that offer this. This helps our businesses keep their insurances low. This year, our chief of fire was able to complete an emergency response plan for our city and train all the pertinent staff members on this. If something were to happen in our city, we're ready to respond to it. In 2006, we secured over $7,000 in grant money. We saw a 4% increase in service calls, and we're still proud to be one of the fewer communities that offer our residents and corporate members free ambulance billing. In our police department, we're investing in some of our capital. In 2016, we added some more mobile data terminals, new tasers, a jail van, and a motorcycle. And this year, we'll be adding 2 new patrol vehicles to our fleet with some new radios. Over 2016, we saw 11% decrease in service calls. We saw a small increase in major crimes, including 4 heroin overdoses that led to death. This is an epidemic that most cities in this area are facing. And our police officers logged over 1,500 hours of training knowledge. One of the things I'm most proud of in our police department this past year, we really worked hard on is community policing. John Down, one of our sergeants, and our chief Melky set up community meetings throughout our city, meeting different residents. It's important for our residents to know our police officers' faces when something happens, they feel comfortable approaching, especially in today's society. One of the other things that we did was we upgraded the software in our mayor's board. So this creates huge efficiencies for our city. At one point, 2 people were entering the same data. Now the data seamlessly converts to the mayor's board data. So this helps and saves money for our city. In our senior center, we spruced things up. We added some new carpet, painted the walls. Seniors are very happy about this. And it allowed us to kind of look at renting out this space for the future, which is something we haven't been able offer our residents. As you can see by some of these numbers, we offer our seniors in the city a tremendous amount of services, including senior snow plowing, home delivered meals, health screenings, transportation to their doctor's appointments, the grocery store, and other places. And this isn't without the help of residents in our city. We have 52 senior citizens in our city that donated nearly 5,000 hours of their time to help the senior center function. One of the big things that Karen will be working on this year is introducing some new software to our senior center. This will help track numbers for the seniors and what activities they're using. And this will allow us to be eligible for certain federal grants going forward. In our recreation center, we had new Zamboni and key fobs for our capital list. And we did some other things like that, a new volleyball program. We finally are able to offer residents online registration and the ability to use credit cards if we have it. In 2017, we'll be doing some minor capital improvements with a new heat exchanger for our ice rink. And we'll be opening up our community room upstairs for bigger exercise classes and moving administrative offices downstairs. We continue to work on partnerships with UH. Right now we're in conversations for our recreation center. And right now, Sosa Fitness will be coming into our facility, offering personal training and new exercise classes. In our service department, we invested a little over $1 million into our local streets and secured $2.5 million in federal funding to improve Memphis Avenue and add a right turn lane to Tiedemann Road and the slabs approaching that. We're able to decrease the amount of waste that we earn and increase our recycling rates. We composted just over 1,600 tons to save $70,000 in shipping fees for 16. Our service department was out there improving 150 blocks of sidewalk and planting 85 trees as well. We added radios, a salt truck, and a new one-armed garbage truck to our fleet last year. And we also introduced a new program to our residents called Simple Recycling. This also helped divert 7.02 tons of material out of our refuse collection. Additionally, we upgraded some of the equipment and software for our mechanics so we'd stop outsourcing some of the minor repairs and save money there. And thanks to resident Andy Selkirk, who is actually here today, we were able to do some decorative LED lighting in Night Commons. So thank you, Andy, for that generous donation. As far as construction projects for 2017, we're going to finish up Tiedemann and Memphis Avenue, the few punch list items that we weren't able to get to for the winter months. We're also doing some major reconstruction on Rodone and Rodone Alley. This is going from May to October. And ODOT will be installing noise barriers along I-480 starting this spring. In our finance department, we're upgrading our software system. We're really behind the technology here, and this will allow us to do everything electronically, including payroll, our ACH payments, and the full preparation process for budgets. And this will also promote us to look at our chart of accounts going forward. Our finance director will be doing a new investment policy this year, a new purchasing policy. We'll be improving our deferred compensation plan for employees and releasing a PAPR to our residents, which hasn't been done in a few years. Our building department stayed very busy this year, and we had about a little over $8 million in construction costs. Some big ones was Key Bank with $1.5 million of HVAC upgrades. Our school stadium that had caught on fire last year had about $1.2 million in improvements. The Cuyahoga County Library, Montrose Service Garage, and we have a new sushi place in Ridge Park Square now. Also, we have some new expanding businesses, including Metal Fabricating Corporation on Clinton Road and Cleveland Peterbilt on Brook Park Road. One of the important things I was mentioning before is keeping our housing stock strong. Our building commissioner introduced 2 new ordinances to our city council this year to help with that measure, and that's our vacant properties and foreclosure ordinances. And he also worked on upgrading his software. They now have iPads when they go out into the field, And this allows them to do everything remotely instead of writing things down, going back to the office. It makes for a huge amount of efficiency. They continued with their door-to-door inspections for this year with a 5-year objective of going citywide. They were able to do 1,414 inspections throughout 2016, and 243 violations were issued because of those inspections. Also, in our building department, upcoming in 2017, Ryder Truck is doing a huge expansion on Brook Park Road. They recently just demolished a couple of buildings on that street, and they will be building a new building, as also putting an addition onto one of their existing buildings for an estimated cost of $5.5 million. Hampton Inn will continue their improvement process. They worked on their interior last year, and they'll continue on this year, as well as their exterior. Sam's Club will be doing some interior renovations this year. HKM, which is now part of the American Greetings property, they'll be doing some improvements to the warehousing space here. And Menards, I'd like to give a little bit of update because this is a frequently asked question from residents. So Menards came to us and bought the Kmart property on Brook Park Road about 2 years ago with every intention of building. They've been to our planning commission twice now with final construction plans, and just before the presidential election last year, they said that they were going to hold off. They wanted to see what had happened. After the election was over, they said they do plan on building, constructing here and in Avon. They just do not have a timeline for that. And as soon as we hear something, we'll announce that. Our building commissioner's goals for this year include improving the fee schedule. We've heard from some businesses, so we're going to take a look at that, the fee schedule, and see what makes sense for our city, and kind of look around at other communities. He'll be updating some of the zoning code and upgrading the website. We had a ton of technology upgrades in the city over 2016, including new network and new server. We upgraded the computer software citywide. We consolidated our copy machine contract vendors from 5 to 1, and this will help save in maintenance and copy costs. And we are also moved to a voice over IP system, which actually saves our city nearly $80,000 in annual fees for their telephone bill. Some of the other accomplishments that we were able to do this year is we partner with Ohio Checkbook. This really allows for our businesses and residents to have a transparent look at all of our finances moving forward. We made an agreement with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District to take over ownership of one of the lines on Ridge Road. This saved the city millions of dollars with this move. Thanks to Jill and Joanne Hagg, we had our first annual wellness fair. This was a huge hit for our employees. And this was with the help and support of Medical Mutual and University Hospitals. We introduced 2 new health insurance plans for our employees, who once were only offered one, including a new HSA health plan, which the employees really like. We updated our city policy manual, which hadn't been updated since 2004. We did a huge push on our Heritage Home Program partnership, and this allowed for the biggest investment in residential property to date. And we are in the process of updating our records retention program, or policy, which hasn't been updated since 1996. And our directors had their first performance evaluation done, and this truly allows not just me to kind of look at their performance, allows them to set goals for themselves and evaluate me as an administrator. Right now we're working with the county on a solar farm project in our old city landfill. We're just in negotiations right now, but we're hopeful this will be a benefit for not only the county, we'll be able to supply their electricity to all their county buildings, but allow the city to have use of this land that really wouldn't be able to use otherwise, and get some rent for it as well. So the other thing that the directors did over this year to try to decrease costs, either with partnerships with other municipalities or the county, or just kind of going out and looking for new people or new services and brokers to work with. And because of these measures up here, the city was able to save $250,000 in just minor costs, just really shopping vendors and doing partnerships. So I'm proud of that, and I thank my directors who worked hard to make these savings. Some of our financial overview for 2016. As far as our revenue, the city brought in $30.8 million in revenue. 62% of this was from our municipal income tax, 5% from our real estate taxes, and 33% from other taxes like local tax, fees, fines, grants, and a huge majority of this for this past year was from the federal funding for Memphis and Tiedemann. The expenses was about $27.7 million. 44% of this was from our wages and benefits, 13% on capital expenditures, 5% on debt reduction, and 38% on other expenses like utilities, insurance, economic development incentives that we already have on the table, and also funding our economic development account, and fees for garbage and taxes, as well as engineering costs. Our general fund ending balance for 2016 was a healthy $14 million. In our budget stabilization fund, we have about $3.5 million. In our economic development fund right now, we have about $1.1 million. So, some of the challenges Brooklyn faces moving forward. Recently, we contracted with Architectural Vision Group over this past year. They took a look at all of our municipal buildings to assess the needs that we needed to do going forward. And what they found is we need substantial upgrades. They estimated the needs for our city hall and our police station to get it up to snuff would be about $6.8 million. In our senior center, just over $1 million. In our recreation center, about $8 million. In our fire station, which is our newest building, about $500,000. In our service garage, about $2.7 million. In our animal shelter, just about $500,000. This is a $19 million in upgrades we need to make to our buildings moving forward. We saw this once again when the financial health report came out by the Ohio auditor. The good news is Brooklyn was part of 8% of statewide who had no critical outlook indicators on here. So none of the red buttons. But we did have yellow, which is the cautionary outlook indicator. And this was exactly for these. It's for the condition of our capital assets. So we know going forward this is a financial weakness we must address pretty soon. Also, as I talked about before, we have some major tax revenue losses moving forward. RETA's projecting with American Greetings, the largest subcontractor, as well as Cleveland changing their tax rate to 2.5%, which Brooklyn is proud to offer its residents 100% tax credit on the places they work. Altogether, that's about a $6.1 million loss in revenue for the city of Brooklyn for 2017 and moving forward. Okay. But before our city moves to dramatically cut services or personnel, and before our city asks residents to pay more taxes or added fees, there's some opportunities we'd like to explore. So for 2017, my administration is comfortable with a little deficit spending, knowing where our ending balances are and knowing what's on the horizon. And over the past few months, we've seen some heightened interest in the Brooklyn market. As I already said, the Ryder Truck is investing $5.5 million in our city this year, and this is with the help of the school and the city doing a community reinvestment agreement with them. Also, there's a handful of job creation grant offers we have on the table right now. One for a portable oxygen concentrator company that's located out of state right now. They would like to relocate an office to actually this building. This would be 200 new sales jobs, billing, and customer service jobs over 3 years with an estimated payroll of $12 million. They're looking to do it about $500,000 in improvements to the facility. Another possible job creation grant that's on the table is what we're calling Project Century through a realtor. There's two options that they're looking at here. One option would be over 1,500 sales, billing, and customer service jobs in 3 years with an $88 million payroll and $15 million of facility improvements. And the second deal, over 2,452 headquarters sales, billing, and customer service jobs with a $158 million payroll and $50 million in facility improvements. They would locate here in the former American Greetings building if they came to our city. Additionally, we have an apparel company that has a tentative purchase agreement at the old Keystone, currently the Keystone Taylor building, to buy that. You guys usually know that is the old Hugo Boss building. That would be 228 employees with an additional 100 jobs over 3 years, with at year 3 a payroll of $12 million. They'd invest over $1 million into the building, and we also have a job creation grant on the table with them. We're happy to announce that the property in North Cliff that everyone knows that has for years have been talking about a senior living facility just behind Ritter Park Square changed owners this past January. And the owners from Rochester came in and they plan on doing a senior living facility this upcoming summer. So we'll see how that plans out. Additionally, a national flooring company has approached our building department about relocating to the old Staples space on Brook Park Road. They would do a major expansion in that building, as well as make a huge investment into that building. So we have a lot of exciting news, and because there's no certainty with any of these deals playing out, we know we have to look to other places to create revenue. So one of the things our economic development director has done this year is dust off the old 2006 master plan. What that master plan called for at that time was looking at a city center concept on Memphis Avenue in between Ridge Road and Rodone. So this past December, the administration and city council approved an agreement with Guys Companies for a development and planning study related to the city center project. There was a steering committee made of residents, business owners, and the school superintendent. They've met several times in public meetings talking about concepts for this city center. There was a conceptual plan that was created to send to the marketplace to see what's financially feasible in this area. As part of exploring this possible idea, the city will be placing a planned unit development zoning option to the residents this May on the ballot. This zoning, if passed, will just help entertain the ideas of mixed-use developments in our city and allow us to be more competitive with our surrounding communities. We believe this kind of development along Memphis Avenue would help generate more revenue for our community, help keep our taxes lower, help maintain our current level of services, increase the property value for all of our residents in the community, help utilize our park space better and create more park space, give Brooklyn a new modern commercial building options that some of our major businesses have been looking for, help the school generate some more revenue so they can improve the overall programming for our students, create new housing options to attract millennials and keep empty nesters, and help address some of the capital needs I've already talked about, like the need for a new city hall building, and police station. Once the Guys team and the advisory group have a better idea of what's financially feasible in our community, my administration will have a series of meetings with our residents in the community to get their feedback. As going for feedback, what we've also done in the city is released a community survey that residents should be getting this week to a certain segment. We hired a national company to help us with this targeted community survey, and this will help us understand what residents value as far as services, and will help us better understand and prioritize these services as we move forward and make some of these important decisions that define our city's future. So as you can see, our city faces some big hurdles in the next couple of years, but we're working hard not only to preserve the businesses we have in this community and the services we have, but we're actively pursuing new sources of revenue so businesses and residents here can see Brooklyn move past this large hurdle and leap into the future with a fresh new look.